Today I'm giving you my rating and review of the Reindeer Farm in Bowling Green. The Reindeer Farm is a family-owned farm, so that is definitely important to remember as I'm taking you through what the farm looks like because it is an active farm. When you first walk up to the farm, you walk into this large red building that really is the pass-through to where the animals and the actual farm is. So in this building, there are a lot of different things that you can shop. You can write letters to Santa, and then there is also an indoor playground. And then it is when you walk through that building, you go out to the farm and then see all of the other activities that are outdoors. The Reindeer Farm is still relatively new, so it continues to grow each year. This year, the Snowball Fight is a new attraction, which is an area that kids and adults can play around and have snowball fights with these soft dodgeballs. This was one of Baylor's favorite activities we did while on the farm. After we did the snowball fight, we went over to the petting zoo area where they had pigs, small cows, sheeps. They have two different animal areas. So they have the petting zoo area, and then they have another area of animals that you can still pet, but you're not inside the pens with them. They were all very friendly, very cute. Again, you can see Baylor had a great time. Santa and Mrs. Claus are on site, so you'll see them walking around, and there's plenty of opportunity to get photos with them as well. Next to the petting zoo area is the Reindeer Express train that rides around the property. One thing to note is that adults cannot ride the train with their children, which isn't a problem. However, if you have a young child without an older sibling, just know that they may not be able to ride. As you walk over to the other large barn on the farm, there will be photo opportunities, but inside of the barn, there will be reindeer stalls. So typically there's someone standing inside that will give you some history on the reindeer, tell you a little bit about them, tell you about their antlers and how they shed. There are also some other photo opportunities with Santa's sleigh. The Reindeer Farm, like I said earlier, is a working farm. So when you walk in, there is a lot of open space for kids to run and play. In different areas of the farm, they have a lot of different things to do, picture ops and things like that. You'll see here they have, again, another Santa's sleigh opportunity if you could grab Santa and Mrs. Claus. They have other photo opportunities. They have fire pits and other games like Connect 4, Cornhole, and so on. There are two food trucks on site. One is a wine tasting and the other is just regular food. They do have limited options, however. They had a grilled cheese, a hot dog, and an Uncrustable. So if you're looking for something a little more robust, you may want to consider eating before or after your visit. They do, however, have these mini donuts that were very delicious, so I highly recommend. After we grabbed a bite to eat, we went to the backside of the farm where you walk through almost a pathway where they have animals lined up on both sides. They had chickens, they had llamas and alpacas, they had donkeys and cows, and even a few horses. All the animals were very friendly and you were able to reach over and pet them. However, you cannot go into the pens with these animals like you could in the petting zoo area. Once you get to the back area of the farm, there is a lot more to do as well. So there is a bounce house and there are other opportunities to take photos. There is a karaoke area, more animals. You can walk around, again, get those photos. We got so many great photos, thinking this would be great to capture your Christmas card photos. Just a lot of great options. At the end of our visit, it was time for our reindeer encounter. It's important to note that you must book an encounter time slot before you visit, because if you try to book one at the office. They will likely be sold out. When it's time for your reindeer encounter, you will line up with the group of people that all have the same time slot, and they will walk you in through an enclosed area that has the reindeer that you will be interacting with. They'll gather everyone in a group, and they will give you a little bit of history about the reindeer, about the farm, and some facts about each individual reindeer that you'll be interacting with during this time. On our visit, we interacted with 3 different reindeer. One that you could take pictures with, but they didn't necessarily want you to touch. Another one that you were more than welcome to touch, pet, and interact with, as well as take photos. And then the last one was photo ops with the reindeer and Santa's sleigh. The encounter lasts about 30 minutes, and I would recommend trying to plan your visit to the reindeer farm and booking your encounter at the beginning of your visit. We booked ours at the end of our visit, and by that time, Baylor was very tired and just really ready to go home. It was still an enjoyable experience, but if I did it again, I would book the encounter first. If you guys visit, let me know how you like it. Thanks for following along.